everybody.
Hi everybody. We have a new tool.
I'm using a selfie stick, so I hope it works. We'll see. Let us know in the comments if this is good or not. It helps my arm get less tired.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But hi, so we missed you. We kind of didn't do it last week.
We didn't do it last week.
We're slackers. We got a little tired. But that's okay. We're back. So we're glad to see you guys.
We're back, and it's Thursday afternoon, and it's starting to snow a little bit. What's odd for me is that the sky and the ground and the air are all the same color.
Yeah, it's all pretty ugly, actually.
Yeah, it's all gray.
Yeah, I don't really like that.
So this is Michigan in the winter.
Yeah, very gray. Not a lot of sunshine.
Yes. Now, interesting thing is that since we've been doing this, Pastors in Minivans, it's a takeoff on Jerry Seinfeld, Comedians in Cars.
Yes.
It's on Netflix. People have been sending us other examples of this, where
pretty cool.
Other people have thought to do this, and we don't know if we did it first or they did it first.
But a lot of people are doing it.
But others are doing it. We got an example of Episcopalians doing clergy in cars.
This is more alliterative. I wish we would have thought of that, but that's okay.
No, because if you use clergy, then you have to wear the clergy clothes.
And I don't have that.
These guys dress up to do this. They wear the clergy clothes.
Yeah.
I don't actually have any clergy clothes.
Yeah, no, you really don't.
So, and then another example we saw was a male and female at a Presbyterian church doing it in the office and talking in the office. We don't want to talk in the office.
No, we talk in the office all the time. It's really pretty boring, actually.
We want to be out in the world and showing that we do go out into the world and we're engaged and connected and involved. Yeah. So,
because church and God aren't just in the actual building. They're actually mostly out of the building.
Yeah.
So.
A lot of places have the imagination that God's sort of confined to the parking lot of the church.
Right.
And only active within that frame.
Right.
And we just don't think that,
No.
We're out on Macomb Street, and we're going to be on Macomb Street in a minute.
Yeah.
And God's active everywhere, and we're always trying to be detectives of divinity.
Oh, more alliteration. That's my favorite. Detectives of divinity.
Paying attention to what God's doing everywhere.
Yeah.
So this week, this Sunday, we're going to a wedding.
Yeah.
It's the wedding in Cana. This is Jesus' first miracle. And what's very interesting about this is there's a little phrase embedded in the scripture story about the wedding in Cana. And it talks about how the servants know what's going on.
Right, they get it.
They know. And the bride and the groom, the families, the other guests, they don't know where this wine comes from.
Right. They just know that they get to drink it and they're happy about that.
That's all they know.
They don't get the miracle part.
But it's the servants who know where the wine came from.
Yeah.
And what that says to me is that
Phil just ran a red light, by the way. So anyways, wedding in Cana.
Do you think anybody at the Grocio Police Force
do we have to stop
this?
He didn't, I was lying. Oh goodness. So wedding at Cana.
So the servants know, and that's interesting to think about. When we serve, we know some things. We come to know some things.
Yeah.
And maybe a great example to keep in mind this weekend is Dr. Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
So
a servant, if there ever was one.
That's where we're headed this weekend. And in addition to that, in worship on 8:15 and 10:30, we are also recognizing our new staff.
Yeah, we've had some big staff changes at our church, so we're going to celebrate that.
We are. We're going to introduce everybody, and it's people you all know if you're connected to our church. Grace is one of them.
Yeah.
But we took last year, modified, and changed some job responsibilities, hired some part-time people, and it was a big project, but we've really done well, and we want to culminate all that with a nice celebration on Sunday.
It'll be fun. So we hope that we'll see you there. We have cake, so come and have cake with us.
We have cake.
It's perfect for a wedding, right? So
great.
We'll see you then. Bye.
Bye.